Thank you so much for joining me for video 5 in our Ireland vlog series. We are going to return to Ireland's National Famine Way in just a few minutes. But before we get started, it's a very special day, my mother's birthday. She played a huge part in this pilgrimage. Mostly when I didn't have internet or cell phone service, she actually took care of a lot of the logistics while I was on the trail. That was a huge help getting me hotel rooms a couple of nights and actually just taking care of some of the day-to-day stuff with my wife Courtney while I was out of the country. So in honor of my mother's birthday, consider donating to CASA of Pinellas County, Florida. My mother is a survivor of domestic violence. Frankly, if anyone deserves that title, it is her. She was in 2 abusive marriages, and she is now thriving and in her, well, we won't say how old she is, I guess. But she really is a survivor. She is the representation of what we want to help other women achieve by donating to CASA of Pinellas County, Florida. That's casapinellas.org/walkwithrick/ CASAPINELLAS.org/walkwithrick/. Please consider donating to CASA of Pinellas County, Florida in honor of my mother's birthday. Now, let's get back to the trail. Alright, I'm just leaving the town, as a matter of fact. Right there is where I just recorded that last bit, but I thought this was something funny that the Disney fans would enjoy. They're working on the windows in this building, so they put up these pictures of windows over the windows where they're working, which is such a Disney move, and I just thought that was funny, a nice little side note as I head out on my day. But I really do have to get going, so let's start heading down the trail. Side of the canal, we just have 3 donkeys. The things you see on the trail. Still trucking towards Mullingar, which is the next town on the National Famine Way. But as I was walking, I came upon one of these little shops. It's not really a shop, it's like a makeshift restaurant or cafe that people set up at their houses along the trail. And there have been a few of them, but I was really needing to get a little bit of food before I made it into town, and I never missed the chance to have a Coke Zero, and he had some Coke Zeros. This is just an example of that Irish hospitality I've been talking about. Now, he's not giving it away, like, you know, he's making money, but it's just so nice to have these things available, to have people not into your home, but into your yard, into your area. That's really nice and something I don't think you would see in the US. I am struggling a little bit today with the feet, and I put on some Aleve cream
which is the first time I've used that here, even with the knee injury. I've been trying not to dull the pain so that I know what's going on here, but I figure that my feet aren't going to lead to any huge problems. It's not like I would be ignoring something with my knee or something like that, so I'm just trying to truck through here, and I am either at or getting close to the halfway point on this trail, so that's a good feeling. Every time I'm struggling, it's good to just sort of realize that I've made it a decent way thus far, and when you add what I did on the Ireland way, I've hiked a lot on this trip. I've done a lot, so the knee injury notwithstanding, I've really hustled a lot. But the thing that I'm noticing, it's these types of experiences that are why I'm happy I did this. There's no reason for me to be here, to be near Mullingar, Ireland, but the trail takes you places that you wouldn't get to see otherwise, and that's one of the reasons that I love doing this kind of stuff. So I hope you enjoy following along with me. So that was the little cafe I was talking about, and I stayed there way too long, but I'm back on the trail. Like I said, this wasn't supposed to be the hardest day. I'm not going super far, and then when I get to the hotel, I'm gonna rest my legs. So now if I just get to the hotel a little later, it's not a big deal. I just really want to make sure that I'm taking my time. I'm not destroying my body. I know that I'll have time to rest my knee when I get home, but I don't want to do too much damage to it. Hopefully I'm going to be running the 10K on Princess Half Marathon weekend with Marissa, so I'm gonna have to heal by then. I know that's a long way away and I should be fine, but I have so much more time to finish this one because it is not quite as long, it's not as mountainous as the Ireland Way, and I gave myself all that time, so I shouldn't feel that pressure, but I always feel that pressure. I put more pressure on myself. I am my harshest critic. So but my feet feel a lot better after taking that break, taking that little rest. So maybe I can get into town, take a taxi to the hotel I got tonight, take about 4 showers between now and tomorrow morning, and get going again. One of the things about this trail that I have mentioned is that it's flatter, but that's actually not necessarily accurate. It's flatter for the most part. I don't get too high in elevation. It's only about 1/5 of the elevation that you would hit on the Ireland Way. and that I already did hit on the Ireland Way. But once I start getting closer to Dublin, it actually drops in elevation, and pretty quick. So I'm hoping that it's not so quick that I need switchbacks and that it's going to be putting that pressure on my knees, but I hope it's just a nice gradual drop so that the last few miles of this thing might be a lot easier. I always like to be going downhill, and it makes sense because Dublin being right on the coast, this is a canal, you know, the water has to flow down into into the city. That's part of the point of it. So it's going to be nice. I hope so anyway. I just hope I can keep putting one foot in front of the other and I can get there. So after 4 days of walking, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and now Monday, I am actually in a city. Mullingar appears to be a real city. And I am staying about 3 kilometers, so probably about 2 miles outside of town. I'm going to walk to the town center and then get a cab to my hotel. You better believe I'm not wasting any steps. Town center that way. And then Maynooth, 61 kilometers. This has been a grueling day for me, so I hope the hotel is as nice as it looked when I booked it because I really need to kick up my feet, take a few showers, rest on a nice comfortable bed, and get ready to hit it hard tomorrow. Tomorrow is the day I want to make some miles. There's a pretty cool looking church in the distance. I think that's right in the town center. Since this is the train station, I may actually get off the trail here because I bet you it'll be pretty easy to get a cab at the train station. So that is going to be my mode of operation here. All right, for the most part, I have been really blessed by the hotel rooms and the bed and breakfast rooms that I have gotten on this adventure of mine. I was a little uncomfortable at the bed and breakfast in Strokestown because it was basically just somebody's house and the people renting out the bed and breakfast were living in the house as well. That was a little uncomfortable, but I did have my own bathroom in my room, so I was able to just sort of tuck away and spend my time there. This hotel is just incredible. It's called the Bloomfield. It is right outside of Mullingar, Ireland. We are about the halfway mark on the National Famine Way. I didn't really feel like I was making good progress. I didn't feel like I was getting a lot of miles in every day. I thought I was quitting for the day before I was comfortable. But now that I look at the fact that I am more than halfway finished with this particular pilgrimage, I know it's not as long as the Ireland Way. I know that I was planning on doing a longer journey. But even with the shorter journey, I'm kind of pleasantly surprised that I've been able to take my time, I've been able to rest, and I'm here and I'm halfway through it. And I just really hope I can make it the rest of the way in a reasonable amount of time. I hope I don't have too hard of a time finding places to stay. If I can keep finding places like this at this price, it is a no-brainer that I'm going to continue to stop places. But I'm not going to keep getting places like this. I just hope there are bed and breakfasts. I hope that there are maybe some smaller hotels, especially as I get closer into Dublin. But wow, just so blessed. There's a breakfast that comes with this hotel, so I'm going to be able to get some good food. That's been a real problem for me over the course of this, is stopping at pubs in the really, really small towns and having everything be meat. So I had some fried brie on Saturday night. That was my dinner with a cheesecake. And I believe I've mentioned this already, and then I had some fried mushrooms last night. I'm not eating dinner tonight. I do have some wasabi peanuts that I got the day before I started the Ireland Way. So they are over a week old by this point. And I might just pour myself a glass of water and have some of the wasabi peanuts so that I don't keep carrying them around with me. I've found that the food that I brought with me, I'm not eating. So I don't want to have wasabi peanuts on the trail. I thought that might be something that would force me to drink water, but I'm having a pretty easy time drinking water, and I don't want to have something that will suck out the benefit of said water. And I don't want to keep carrying it around, but I don't want to waste food either. So I might have some of those wasabi peanuts tonight. But then tomorrow I'm going to have a big breakfast, and I'm going to get out on the trail, and I'm going to see if I can bang out some miles. I keep thinking I want to bang out a lot of miles in a day, and then my feet start telling me, nah, son. So we'll see. I am having such incredible mixes of emotions while doing this pilgrimage, because I'm so happy to be here. I'm so happy to be in Ireland. I love Ireland. It is such a great country. It's beautiful. The people are so nice. Even when you run into something like the taxi to take me to this hotel, just one of the people just didn't show up. They picked somebody else up instead. It was a confusion. And then when they gave me another cab when they brought another cab. The guy was so nice to me. In the U.S., they would have blamed you for it, or some places in the U.S. anyway. They would have blamed you for it. It's really great, but I am starting to miss my wife, Courtney. I'm starting to miss just being able to text my friends whenever I feel like it and not deal with international phone rules. I'm missing, my own bed. I'm missing going to Walt Disney World every week. So I am looking forward to finishing this pilgrimage. And I'm going to go a couple other places after I'm done with the pilgrimage because I wanted to see a few other places before I leave, a few other things, and then I'm probably going to be heading home a lot earlier than I had initially planned. But that's good because the Ireland Way was probably too lofty a goal in the time I set for myself. And there's no shame in taking a little less time, having some job opportunities when I return. That's going to be nice. I want to get these videos up on YouTube, and frankly, I want to continue working on the fundraiser for CASA of Pinellas County because we have a lot of stuff planned when I return as well, and we're just going to get to that a lot sooner than we would have in the previous incarnation of the plan, which just wasn't going to happen. I do want to say one more thing before I let you go today. Barter, who was the gentleman who was nice enough to hike with me those first 2 days, well, really the second day on the Ireland Way, he really started hiking with me. The first day, I didn't meet up with him until I was done for the day. And then, a couple times while I was dealing with my knee injury and trying to figure out what to do, Barter was hanging around with me. Just somebody that I met at the Cork bus station. He was heading down to Castletown Bear, the start of the Ireland Way. I was heading down there as well. And he's continued on the Ireland Way. He's been doing it now for over a week. And he's been doing really, really well. I'm so impressed. He's completed the Appalachian Trail, so this is a little more in his wheelhouse. And the mountains, I'm just not used to the mountains in Florida. So we don't have them, and that really was a kink in my plan. But I want to throw a shout out to Barter, who is still doing it, is still living that dream. So I'm going to talk to you again in the morning. I might show you some of that really nice breakfast, and I'm just ready to rest my feet. I think I'm going to watch some Todd in the Shadows YouTube videos. There's a plug for a creator that I really enjoy who's not Disney related at all, and if you have kids, there'll be some language. But I think I want to watch some Todd in the Shadows videos on my phone and kick up my feet and take about 3 showers tonight. So I'll talk to you tomorrow.
We'll pick up with more from Mullingar, Ireland in video number 6 in our Ireland vlog series. That one's going to air on September 5th. I just want to remind everybody today is my mother's birthday. And in honor of my mother, who is a 2-time survivor of domestic violence, she escaped 2 abusive marriages and now is thriving. Please donate to CASA of Pinellas County, Florida in the fight against domestic violence. CasaPinellas.org/walkwithrick/ that's CasaPinellas.org/walkwithrick/. We are trying to help these women achieve what my mother has achieved, going from being a victim to a survivor. So there's no better way to honor my mother than to just make a quick donation today $20, awesome. $15, cool. $10, we would appreciate it. $5, even a $5 donation. Every single dollar will go to CASA of Pinellas County so they can help survivors of domestic violence. Please donate today. It would really mean the world to all of us. And like this video, subscribe to the Tall Guy Talks Travel with Rick Doherty YouTube channel, and share this with friends. I'll talk to you all real soon.